This is Jesus Freak here. I'm going to show you a little video. I'm going to play a little line of a video clip. I'm going to show you what's wrong with America today. It's this type of liberal thought that's really destroying our great nation.
Hello, JezuzFreek777. You have incurred the wrath of the amazing atheist. Do you have even the faintest notion of what the word liberal means? You seem to ascribe it as a trait to anyone who you merely disagree with, without any concern for its dictionary definition. Through the course of this video, I plan to establish that I am not a liberal, and go one step further and prove that you, my good sir, are not a conservative.
That statement in itself of there are no American jobs is just absolutely false. Let me explain why. There is such a thing as an American job. You see, within the United States of America, to be gainfully employed, to be legally employed, you have to pay taxes.
One of the core principles of conservatism is the idea of low taxes and low spending. And you kind of betray yourself when you refer to taxes as if they were a positive thing. That is not a conservative value, and it's one of the reasons why I do not believe you when you tell me that you are conservative.
We don't think it's right. I don't think it's right to give someone a job that should not be here.
That is a really interesting sentiment, and I think you should share it with some of the indigenous Americans now resigned to the scraps of land that we have forced them onto. It's really interesting that this is a country founded upon immigration, one of the only countries on the planet founded so very recently upon the principle of immigration and a mix of cultures, cultural unity, the whole idea of the melting pot, and yet now it's treated by so-called conservatives such as yourself as if that were somehow the thing that was bringing the country down, that our once greatest strength is now going to be our downfall, which is a completely ridiculous notion.
Why should you and I pay taxes, and yet the immigrants can reap from the system when they're not paying into it?
The question is not why aren't illegal immigrants paying taxes, or why should we allow them to not pay taxes. The question is, why are everyday citizens like you and me paying taxes for programs that really do not benefit most of us? Most hardworking, honest Americans that collect a paycheck do not want government assistance. They take it when it's doled out because that's the American way, but without the government interference in most markets, prices would become a lot more competitive and people would still find a way to make ends meet. I think so, anyway. That is the theory behind libertarianism, which is not even close to being the same thing as liberalism. And it is a fairly untested theory, and I could be completely wrong on that, but for the time being, that is what I believe, and I think that there is some merit to it, and that it should at least be attempted. Maybe people aren't ready for a system where they don't have big papa government taking care of them, but I believe they are. I believe people are capable of taking care of themselves, and as a conservative, someone who calls himself a conservative, you are supposed to agree with statements like that.
You can probably not be an economic powerhouse without having a lower income base supporting the nation. Now, I don't like the term second-class citizens. That's your words, not mine. I'll use the term lower income versus upper income.
Well, hell, whatever euphemism you prefer.
See, the laws of supply and demand in the job market work like this. If you have a job opening for 10 people and 10 people apply, those 10 people have a good chance of making a good wage because you need those 10 people to fill your slots. But if there's 50 people that apply for those 10 jobs,